We're going to start from scratch here, and we're going to start putting some of our own tiles on. We're going to stick on some clocks and the date and time. We're going to reduce the rows down to 10 by 10, just to make it easier. So to add a tile, click on a space you want to add something, and click on Add Tile. And we're going to go up to Analog Clock here, the first option that we've got. Click on that, and then you can click on Add down in the bottom right, or you can just double click. That's added our clock here. We're going to use the sizing buttons just at the bottom there to make it higher and wider. And if we go back into the cog, that will get us back to our settings menu. The ability to add a header, a display header to the top of the clock. You can also choose the shape of the appearance of the element, any radius, and because this is a clock, an analog clock, we've got the option to choose the time. We're going to leave that on GMT Standard Time, and you can change the fonts as well. You can also choose to display an image, which we uploaded earlier on, which is this PNG file, so we're going to choose that as well, have an image on the background of our clock. You can also display a footer. When you're happy, you just click on Back, and we can click on Go in the bottom right hand corner to have a look at how our clock looks. So there's our analog clock with our logo in the background there. So we just click down at the bottom there to bring back up the display, and we are going to make that one slightly bigger. Just click on the plus or the minus depending on how we want it to look. Once we're happy with that, then we can leave it at that, or we can click on Go to have a look. But let's move on and add our next tile. Oh no, let's add a little header to it. We're just going to have type in our radio station here, Hot FM. Get a little preview as to how it looks. Change the colour, things like that. So we're okay with that. Click on Back. Oh no, we'll stick our image back in. Click on Back, and we can click on Go just to have a look at it again. Now we've got our little header at the top, and then our clock with our logo on there. Click down on the grey bar, go back to our settings, and let's go and add our next tile. So we click where we want it, click on Add Tile, and we're going with the date and time this time. We're going to just double click on it this time to bring up the date and time, and then we're going to click on Edit to bring up our edit page. Again, we've got a header, we've got the appearance, we can choose, and then we've got our date and time. And as you can see, there's lots of options as to how it is displayed on screen. And so take a look through that and decide on what you want your syntax, your format to be. Change the font and the size, and of course the time zone as well. So we're going to make this one nice and long. We'll have a look at it, and doesn't quite fit in. So click back down into the grey bar, and then what we're going to do is we're going to left click on it, and we can just left click and drag to move it to a new location. So let's move it right up to the top here, and we're going to make it a bit wider. Next tile, let's add a digital clock in underneath our analog clock, and we'll make it the same size. Usual areas with our digital clock in there as well. We're going to leave those settings as is, and we can choose the time zone here, and also whether to use a 24-hour clock display. We can also stick a footer on there, but we're okay. So let's stick that in there, hit go, and see what our layout looks like now. That's better. Our date and time fits in. We've now got an analog clock, and below it a digital clock showing AM or PM. So they are our clocks and date and time.